chance at some BC and TV Interactive. Tune in now. It's our first 2K TV postseason show of the year.
It's the
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Knicks in New York. For New York, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. Well, let's head up to Kenny's neck of the woods. The Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn.
Both teams have a lot of work to do in order to become legit title contenders. Whose outlook, Kenny, do you think is more favorable for the near future, Brooklyn or New York?
I don't know, man, because Brooklyn has a bad cap situation and draft pick situation, so it's going to be tough to get good quickly. They have to do it more with their talent.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets.
The Nets are out at Brooklyn as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in today's game. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. Out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Some changes for Brooklyn. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
So for Brooklyn now, Donald Sloan out there with Lee. Then it's Zeller, then it's John Henson, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. Outside Thomas. On the wing, Williams lets it go with a three. And Henson pulls it down. Nets leading by 15. Lee goes in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Fifth best, the Nets.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And the basket by Thornton.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And Sloan kicks to Zeller. No luck. And New York the other way now. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
Pass to Henson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Henson's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Nets ball.
There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Sloan. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
McLean. Not really his range, and it's off target. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Nets lead by 18. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me there's a new group in for the Nets. Zeller is checked in for Lopez. Bogdanovich comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Lee's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Bogdanovich out there with Young. Then it's Donald Sloan. Then it's Lee. And it's Zeller in at the 5 roaming the paint. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies came through when they needed him to. He picked up 5 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Shot's good. Sloan's got 5 now.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Fresh, the pass to Thornton. He feeds it to Kaman. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Bogdanovich off target with his 3.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it. Well, right here, Kevin, we can get a look at New York and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. 7th in steals, 8th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Both free throws good from Kaman. Nets leading by 16. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. Off the pick. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Sloan's got 7 points.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
The Nets have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Screen by Young. And Sloan kicks to Bogdanovich. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Nets lead by 19. Knicks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Another turnover and another basket the other way.
And the miscues this quarter, guys. How about 4 points that have gone the other way? And that's not how they're going to narrow this gap.
Here's Sloan. He has 7. Inside. Here's Zeller. The shot is off. And through the first half. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going. Here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. McLean, he's in at point guard. Chris came in out there with Williams. Then it's Thomas. And it's Thornton in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Williams. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Stuckey kicks to Jack. To the paint. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist from Jack. Jack's got his 4th assist in this one. A difficult situation for New York. New York moving it around. And that one goes long.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Stuckey kicks to Jack from the baseline. Fresh pulls it in.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Outside Williams. Kept alive by New York. McLean. And Henson sends it back. Jack against Thornton. In the corner, Stuckey with it. Trying his luck deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Heyman's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jack against Thornton. The dish to Thomas. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey.
That's his second personal.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Lee, and it's blocked. Thornton with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Thomas. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Henson. And the Nets miss again. Down low. It's picked off. And Bogdanovich kicks to Lee. Here's Henson. And the release. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And so it's New York with it. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Young. Lee out there with Jarrett Jack. Knicks trail by 21. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. Passes to Williams. And Hansbrough kicks to Thornton. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story. All night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Jakar Sampson's checked in for Tyler Hansbrough. And then for Brooklyn, James checked in for Lopez. Bogdanovich comes in for Tyler Zeller. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Here's Dinwiddie, count it from 12.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Brook Lopez. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Here's Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. Henson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Shooting for New York.
The first one falls.
At the line for 2.
Henson hits them both. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fresh, the pass to Thornton. Williams dishes to Thornton. Inside, here's McLean, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He misses the free throw.
Shooting for New York. Free! At the line for 2.
And he can't hit the second. And Bogdanovich kicks to Dinwiddie. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one would...
Ugly. The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here.